Hey, what's going on, Soulmates? Soulkeeper Comics Media Memorabilia here, and I want to hit you guys up with some thoughts about the new Marvel Legends X-Men the Animated Series from the 90s Wolverine figure, as well as the Marvel Legends X-Men Jubilee that was just revealed on the Hasbro Pulse stream. And I've got some real mixed feelings about the two of these figures, but we're going to start with Wolverine here. And this Wolverine figure, I don't like the look of it at all. From what I can tell, this is pretty much the same Wolverine from the Apocalypse series Wolverine, except that there's some new things on it, like cell shading, which is a catastrophic mistake in my opinion. Here's the thing about cell shading, guys. It doesn't work on a 3D model like an action figure, because you know what cell shading is? Cell shading is depicting shadows on a cell of animation. But when you have a 3D model like an action figure, the light is going to be shining from wherever your light source is, whether it's in the middle of your room or in the corner of it. So you're going to have a shadow produced just by turning on your light, and you really don't need the cell shading. It doesn't need to be there. You just need the right colors for the character, and your natural light source will take care of the rest. And if you want to add a few washes here and there, go nuts, just to make the figure look more detailed, right? But no, this figure has cell shading on parts of its body to make it look like a cell of animation, and it looks like shit. I wish they hadn't done it. It doesn't even look marginally decent like it did on the Venom figure, which was still wrong and it was still bad, but this is worse. Oh, the cell shading is bad enough on Wolverine's yellow costume, but it's also on his gloves, and it makes the gloves look so awkward. He looks like he's got a couple of extra claws just sprouting out of the middle of his forearm. This Wolverine figure is special in that it's an example of a meme figure, which means that they took a very famously memed section of X-Men the Animated Series and decided to release an action figure of it, which I don't really have a problem with in of itself. It's nice that Wolverine comes with this picture frame. I think that's actually a pretty cool touch. What's very fun about that is that you can actually go ahead and create your own memes now with your Wolverine action figure. So all the photography nuts out there in the audience are gonna go ham on this one, I just know it. Some nice things about this Wolverine: he's apparently got new claws, according to the people at Hasbro, that are much sturdier. So that's a welcome addition, of course. He's also got an alternate head that looks angry, so he's about to go into berserker rage, which is really cool. And then he's got a couple of hands that don't have the little bulbs on top of them where his claws come out, which is not so surprising of an oversight because Hasbro loves to fuck up simple things like that, like they did on the Venom figure. If you guys go and look at stills from X-Men the Animated Series where Wolverine's wearing his costume and he doesn't have his claws popped, he's got those little silver bulbs on top of his hand, just like Venom has his web shooters on Spider-Man the Animated Series, and those should be here. Why they're not? Pure laziness. That's it. Ignorance. And not only that, but there's the sheer hubris of charging $27 for this when it isn't completely accurate to X-Men the Animated Series, and the paint job still looks like crap. Sure, there's a detailed VHS-style box that this figure comes in, but really, who cares? Who is that for? That's not for kids these days. They don't know what a VHS tape is. This is being marketed to older millennials and Gen Xers, I can tell already just by the VHS box. And once you start marketing to that crowd, because millennials are getting older, guys. Gen X is already past 40. Millennial is at least approaching 40, and in some cases they're already 40. If you support what I do, please click subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single video of mine when it comes out. And if you want to hang out with me and my soulmates, I stream live on Twitch Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They should really be marketing these toys more to younger people and not to millennials who yearn for the golden days of animation and VHS tapes and all manner of things that give them rose-colored glasses when they look at these figures, instead of looking at them with an objective eye. From where I'm sitting, this is a $20 action figure. There's no reason this should be $27, and even at $20, it feels like you're being cheated because they haven't done their research, and it shows, and they can take their fancy packaging and shove it. Now, besides Wolverine Soulmates, Jubilee was also revealed, and she's being released also in this 1990s VHS-style packaging, And I like this figure a lot better than I like Wolverine. With Jubilee, all we got to see was a digital render, so it's really hard to make judgments on the figure with just the digital render. But it looks like they've taken the Caliban Wave Jubilee and made some adjustments. Her legs look like they were taken from another figure, because if you look at the packaging and the art on it, she's depicted with some very loose-fitting boots, which is traditionally how Jubilee is depicted. And the original Caliban Wave Jubilee had much better looking boots, I thought. Those should really be here on this figure. The real tragic part of this figure, other than the boots, is that she looks to be cel-shaded just like Wolverine is, so the paint job just looks awkward, it looks stupid, and they just need to not bother with that stuff. Cel shading is not important, it doesn't need to be there. I'm disappointed with one of the accessories for Jubilee. She comes with some pretty decent accessories. She has another head, she's got 2 extra pair of sunglasses, but those blast effects that they include with her are not appropriate for her, I don't think. I want to see some fireworks type effects, because that's Jubilee's power. She produces firework-style pyrotechnics from her fingertips. That's what she does. You guys that know me at this point know that I want to see improvements across the board for women action figures, and I feel like this figure is a step in the right direction, but also kind of one step back at the same time, because those boots are very generic looking. I don't like them. I would really prefer if they went with her original boots from the Caliban wave, or if they made new boots for her. That would be fine too. And I really want to see those fireworks effects so they can properly depict her powers. That would feel like a really complete Jubilee experience, I think. That said, there's a lot of positives about this Jubilee figure too, including the head sculpts, the sunglasses, and the general quality of the figure, minus the points that I already mentioned. Well, soulmates, what do you think of these Wolverine and Jubilee figures? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Are you on the fence about them? Do you like the cel shading? Do you think there's a lack of attention to detail on them? I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you support what I do, please click subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single video of mine when it comes out. And if you want to hang out with me and my soulmates, I stream live on Twitch Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be back again soon with some more thoughts about new comic book toy releases, and until then, with love from me to you, bye-bye.